The world of Days Gone really is out to get you. You will need every advantage to even have a chance of surviving. This video will teach you 10 advanced tips that only experienced players, and now you, are likely to know. This first tip may seem counterintuitive, but when deciding how to use your Nero injectors, health is actually less important than stamina or focus.
Yeah, Nero injector.
Stamina will allow you to close the distance for melee attacks, will increase the number of times you can dodge roll to avoid losing health, and will also help you create distance when it's time to run away bravely. Using focus is the best way to achieve accurate shot placement, allowing you to conserve ammo by eliminating enemies with headshots, and using focus will also make it easier to deal with fast-moving enemies, like the hordes. For tips on finding every single injector in the game, check out my Use the Map to Level Up Fast video that I linked in the description. Another tip to make things easier on yourself in the long run is to spend a little time in challenge mode. Many players aren't even aware that gaining rank in the challenges will apply patches to Deacon's Vest that show up in the main game, and each patch will also apply a permanent bonus that carries over to the main game. Examples are slower stamina drain rate and faster stamina regeneration, in addition to slower focus drain rate and faster focus regeneration. Take a look at the challenge mode menu to see all the bonuses you can unlock. There is a melee skill called Field Repairs that can be unlocked with one of your first skill points. At first glance, this skill seems like an obvious choice. However, once you've learned your way around the game, this skill quickly becomes obsolete. Some of the best melee weapons in the game can simply be picked up off the ground, and if you're exploring carefully, you'll soon find that they are everywhere. Make note of the locations to find your favorite melee weapons because they respawn in the same spots regularly. To help with exploring carefully, clear the ambush camps.
Camps clear.
To remove the fog from the map. Not only does this make it possible to see every part of the map that can be explored, but it will also populate the map with points of interest, such as the exact location of all Nero injectors and each individual nest in every infestation zone. To find all of the ambush camps easily, simply head to any spot with a good view of the area and look for smoke on the horizon. Clearing those ambush camps will also reduce the frequency of roadside ambushes, like wires strung across the road. But there is an easy way to spot and avoid these traps. Almost all wire trap ambushes will have an X marking the corpse of the last person who fell victim to the ambush. Whenever you drive through an area where the road narrows, look for an X beside the road, and you'll always be ready to dodge the wire. The game tells you early on that you can shoulder swap to change your line of sight while aiming ranged weapons and more easily shoot around cover. What the game does not tell you is that this doesn't normally work with scoped weapons like sniper rifles. The pro tip here is a trick that allows you to shoulder swap with those scoped rifles too. Equip your primary weapon or sidearm, swap to the firing angle you need to make the shot, and then quickly swap back to your scoped rifle, and you'll still be aiming over the same shoulder. Remote bombs, unlike proximity bombs and proximity mines, are only supposed to go off when you press the button to detonate them. While they don't deal much damage by themselves, they are perfect for precisely timed detonations of other explosives, like barrels and fuel trucks. Many players aren't aware that if you set more than one, they will detonate in the order in which you set them. This allows the player to set up devastating traps that go off exactly when you want them to. You can use a single button to heal Deacon at any time, but this is only really useful when healing on the bike. The much better option is to always heal by using health items selected with the weapon wheel for two reasons. One, this allows you to pick which item to use so you're not wasting a med kit to heal a minor scratch. And two, using the weapon wheel slows down time, allowing you a few seconds to survey the battlefield and carefully choose your next move after healing. The early game version of the crossbow is so weak that even a headshot does not always guarantee a kill. However, once residue bolts have been unlocked, they can be used to make enemies attack each other. Even if they fail to get a single kill, the enemy affected by the residue bolt will eventually drop dead from the poison itself. You can use residue bolts to get at least one guaranteed kill, even with the early game version of the crossbow. You can shoot armor off of enemies, or even shoot their helmets off to expose weak points, but the best thing to do is simply shoot them where there is no armor. Even heavily armored enemies still have their weaknesses, like their ass. Choose your shot carefully, and you don't have to worry about their armor at all. There you have it, folks. 10 tips that even experienced players may not have known. Thank you for watching. We'll see y'all next time.
Okay, come on, you assholes, let's do this.